What's up, guys? Anthony, Harry, welcome to today's Thirsty Thursday. So, interesting topic for you runners out there, for you track athletes, or for you guys who just like to go out for runs. It's springtime, becoming spring, warmer weather coming through. So you might want to go out there and start jogging. Well, sometimes we make the big mistake where we think if we haven't run in a while or we haven't run all winter, we think we're going to hit that 5-mile stretch and be completely okay with it the next day, right? But that's not the case sometimes.
No.
Sometimes you can injure yourself. One in particular region you can injure yourself is called the plantar fascia. Now, what in the world is that?
Yeah, so we have a plantar fascia on each foot, and it's really a tendon plate that kind of connects the bottom part, or the back part of your heel, the bottom part of it, and runs all the way over the bottom of your foot. And it really gives a support, underneath here, so when you're running, your foot doesn't go completely flat, and you get injured every single time you run or you walk. So it's a strong tendon plate that's in place to really kind of hold the position of your foot. Now, what happens is when we just do too much too soon, it gets overused, it gets overstretched and starts getting irritated. And that's what's called plantar fasciitis. So now, when you have plantar fasciitis, what do you feel?
Well, it hurts like heck.
When does it hurt though?
Well, usually in the morning, when you get out of bed, you put your feet on the ground, and you stand up, that's when it really hurts the most. And then you might start moving around and it might start warming up on you again and stop hurting as much. Definitely after maybe some exercise or being on your feet too long, you can flare it up again. Those of you who have had experience with this know that it doesn't feel good at all, but definitely very treatable. Definitely things that we can do in the clinic to treat it.
Absolutely.
Multiple stretches.
Yep.
Oh, so take off my shoe.
Yeah.
Cover your nose. Okay, so what I like to do, one hand on my heel, one hand on my toes. With my hand on my heel, I'll just kind of pull down a little bit. With my other hand, I want to grab the toes and bring them back.
And you can probably even see here in his sock, that's being stretched, right? So he's really stretching that plantar fascia here.
You want to put a pretty good amount of force here. So I'll show it again. I'm pulling down and I'm pulling my toes back and I'm really just stretching the plantar fascia. You can even get some lotion, take a shower first. You can even get some lotion on your hands or some massage cream and just start really working the bottom of your plantar fascia. Really dig in there. It's a very thick band. So you got to really put some force behind it and just massage it out. All right. And one of the other favorite things we like to do, ice roll.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get an ice roll, water bottle, freeze it, put your foot on it, push down and roll it.
Yep, that's a good one too. Also, make sure you stretch your calf muscles, because that's another thing that seems to really help. Stretch your calf muscles. So you can do it a couple of different ways. The famous runner stretch, and we're talking about runners anyway, right? So runner stretch here. Keep your knees straight, heel on the floor if you can, and just lean into that wall. Now, I'm not trying to move the wall out of the way, but I'm really just giving my calf muscle a good stretch. Keep your knees straight. So you really should feel it in your calf muscle as a really solid stretch. Now you can modify it, because actually you have two calf muscles. You can modify that by now going a little closer to the wall and still doing almost the same movement, but now with the knee bent, and I'm leaning into it, and now I'm going to feel the soleus muscle, which is the deeper muscle. And I don't feel this one as much, so it must not be that tight, but when I go back and I go here, I really feel my calf muscle stretch really hard.
You'll feel this one more in the calf. On the other one, you'll probably feel it a little more so in the sides.
A little deeper in.
Sides.
Yeah, absolutely. Now you can also do this like standing on like a little ledge, or we used to say phone books, but phone books don't exist anymore, I don't think. So you can also then just kind of lean into it. That's also a good calf stretch. So definitely stretch your calf muscles, stretch your plantar fascia itself. Ice it down with the ice roller, and that really is effective. It's amazing. A lot of times people, because that initial step with plantar fasciitis, it kills you. That is the traditional thing. If you really hurt, put your first couple of steps getting out of bed, really good chance you have plantar fasciitis. But try this treatment. It really works.
Yeah. One more pointer. Remember, it's too much, too soon, too fast. if you haven't run in a while, don't go for that 5-mile run. Okay, we got to do it in increments. Start with half a mile, see how you do, stick with that for a little bit, and then slowly, maybe weekly, progress a little bit more. Don't do 5 at once.
Nope, not if you're not used to it.
Yeah.
So that still doesn't solve it. Come see us. We have some, treatment techniques in the clinic that will help you even more.
See you guys.
See you next week.